I would like to spend some time to explain dummy variables. As we can see from the early example, if we have one categorical variable with only two levels, then we can use 0 to represent one level and 1 to represent another level, which is pretty easy to follow. Here, if we have a dummy variable with more than two levels, then we need to use more than one dummy variables. Specifically, the number of dummy variables is one less than the number of levels. Consider one example where the dependent variable is house price and one independent variable is the square feet. Also, there is another categorical variable to consider, which is the style of the house. It can be ranch, split level, or colonial. Here, this categorical variable has three levels, so we need to use two dummy variables. You may wonder, why can't we simply use one dummy variable? Say, let's use 0 to represent ranch, 1 to represent split level, and 2 to represent colonial style. Be careful, this approach is not working. This is because the categorical variable has no numerical meaning. So if we use 0 for ranch and 1 for split level and 2 for colonial, then it means split level numerically is one value higher than ranch, and colonial is one value further higher than split level. And using that approach, we will create some result without a clear practical meaning. So here we need to use two dummy variables. So specifically, we can use x to model whether the style is ranch, and x3 to model whether the style is split level. Specifically, x2 equals 1 represent ranch, and x3 equals 1 represent split level. And if both x2 and x3 are 0, then the style must be colonial. So we do not need to use the third dummy variable. That is, we only need the level minus the number of levels minus 1 dummy variables. Okay, suppose the result is given here. Then the coefficient 23.53 means with the same square feet, a ranch will have an estimated average price of $23,530 more than a colonial. Here the benchmark is colonial. Similarly, the coefficient 18.84 for x3 means that with the same square feet, a split level will have an estimated average price of $18,084 more than a colonial.